Pong Positive interview series. I'm Mark Thompson, joined now by USATT Hall of Famer Judy Hoarfrost, well known amongst the table tennis community in a wide variety of functions. Judy, first of all, let me welcome you to our Pong Positive interview series. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Thanks, Mark. It's really great to be with you. It's really great to talk to anybody these days.
Seems like the only conversations we have are to screens now. So
Screens, it's all screens.
it's George Jetson. I'm old enough to remember George Jetson, so he predicted all. So here we are now. Judy, you're ensconced there today, at least there at the Paddle Palace facility, which is one of the great table tennis facilities in America for a variety of reasons. One is the business that you operate there, very unique in the United States of America, a sporting goods store essentially dedicated to the sport of table tennis, and also one of the great clubs in America as well.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Yeah, it's definitely been my whole life since I was about 10, and this is my work home. You know, I have two homes now. I have my home where I'm sheltering in place with my husband, Dan. And then I've got my work family where there's just a handful of us that are still able to, process orders and ship things out. Our doors have been locked to the public since March 14th, which is when we closed our club. So it seems like it's been months. So far, it's actually only been 2 weeks. Seems like forever.
Well, I'm old enough also to remember when Portland was kind of a backwater community, not so much anymore. It's a very cosmopolitan, major city in the United States of America. I'm imagining that the COVID-19 pandemic is as hot there as it is anywhere else in America.
Well, we got right on it from really early on. We closed our schools in mid-March, and we're going to be closed. You know, schools and businesses have. A lot of us have been closed since then. So, and we have some cases, but not as bad as we are having right now in New York and New Jersey, and looking to be, Florida and definitely in Washington. But we definitely all have to keep doing our best to win against this virus. We're used to fighting table tennis. Now we got to use that to fight this virus. So that's what we're doing.
I have a lot of faith in the people in the table tennis community, and progressive Portland is staying out in front of things. That's another good thing. I know that it has impacted your business there. I noted that essentially a unique setup. The sporting goods store nature of your table tennis club is somewhat unique in the United States of America, but you're still essentially able to get product out through the online services that you have.
Yeah, fortunately, that's our main business model, and it has been since the beginning of Paddle Palace as an equipment company. I mean, of course, we had our roots with the club. That's how we started in the early 70s, but then we switched to, we always sold equipment. My dad actually sold equipment before he had his club in the 70s, where we would go to tournaments, and he had a suitcase. He would open the suitcase like a Tinker Tailor and have, paddles hanging and balls and things. And just, that was a way of funding our going to tournaments, our little slush fund. And we had the original Paddle Palace in downtown Portland. And at that time, we didn't have so many clubs. It's fantastic how we have so many more clubs now, and so many more full-time clubs now, that people can make a living running a club. They can make a living being a coach. It was really not what we saw in the 70s, 80s. And it's just gotten better and better since I was a kid. So we wanted to go a lot farther, but we also have to look back where we were and know that, we are making progress on that.
Well, Judy, I think you have to take some credit for being a pioneer in that area as well. You've already noted that your father, your brothers were well involved in table tennis, and you yourself were quite a star from really the get-go, getting involved. Obviously, you're one of the most noteworthy persons out there, with respect to ping pong diplomacy, the 1971 trip to China. What a tremendous experience that had to be for you as a young lady to go across the Pacific Ocean playing table tennis, and then all of a sudden find yourself in a community or in a country that really had not opened up to Americans for a very long time.
Yes, I owe a lot to the sport of table tennis. I mean, it has opened up my life to so many cultures and traveling to so many countries and knowing so many amazing people. And it's just been really, the sport has been really good to me. And now I'm able to work at Paddle Palace. My son Ryan works here with me, and and he's got a son, Calvin, who's already playing. He's only 2 years old. So we're, we're looking forward with the company, and, we're hoping to, do our best to get through these real tough times that we're all having. And, we can only do the best we can.
Well, it's interesting because the 50th anniversary, obviously, of ping pong diplomacy is fast ahead of us in 2021. I'm
Yep.
imagining that there's going to be a lot of celebration, a lot of opportunity to reminisce and look back on that very special occasion. And hopefully by then, we will have settled down this particular pandemic that we're involved right now. It might be the perfect offing to kind of restart things as ping pong diplomacy in 2021 with the
Right.
hopeful end of this pandemic.
We do have some great things to look forward to. So we're putting things on pause right now, but in the meantime, we're doing what we can. We have a lot of people buying tables and robots so they can play at home. That's what we're calling our current campaign is, stay at home, play at home. So, and we appreciate, all the business that we do get, because we're keeping all of our equipment company people employed and doing what we can to stay in business and keep table tennis forward. We're just, so many clubs closed, so many people are under economic uncertainty right now, but I look at it as temporary. We're going to get past this. And then what you said is perfect, Mark. We have so much to look forward to. We've got, I don't know about, the Nationals this summer, but we will have a Nationals at some point. And we will have the World Championships. So one point I was disappointed we had to, cancel the World Championships this year. I was all set to go to Busan, Korea for that. And but we have the next one when, in the Olympics a year from now to look forward to. So let's all get healthy and we'll look forward to, the future when we can get together in big groups. And in the meantime, my husband's not USATT, US team material, but he and I are playing at our table at home. So, and when we get bored playing regular table tennis, we set up some chairs and we hit the ball over the chairs, where the ball has to hit the floor. I mean, we're just making do the best we can to keep ourselves sane. And I'm one of those people that has to keep moving. So, we're doing what we can do.
Well, Judy, that's certainly an outstanding trait for you is your energy that you bring to everything that you do. And really, when you look at it, there are many very tragic and difficult things with the pandemic, but one of the positives, I suppose, is it has caused us to reconnect with the people that we live with, people inside our home. And I don't think there's a better way to reconnect with those people and to stay connected than table tennis, than ping pong. You've already talked about, having a robot and having the opportunity to train, but just having a table in your home, being able to set it up any age, the youngest kid to the oldest person in the house can play against one another and have, just immediate enjoyment and an immediate connection.
That's exactly right. And then if you don't have a table and don't have access to a table, just get your paddle out and hit it back and forth with each other. I mean, there's something you can do, or go for a walk, or, you need to get some exercise right now. I need to get some exercise right now. I do my daily yoga and the fun things that we can do. But you're so right. We need to keep positive. And I think your Pong Positive campaign, I don't know if you call it a campaign, your promotion, whatever. This is fantastic. It's great. I've seen some of your interviews and it's just, makes you smile and to see everybody out there, connecting with other people in a virtual way is fantastic.
Judy, you've been on the cutting edge of table tennis for a long time and have been around, seen a lot of development, seen the way the game has changed.
Mhm.
Is there a way to kind of encapsulate and kind of give us the shorthand version of what you've been able to observe over your time in the sport, where it started as a young person for you and where it is now, and where you see table tennis heading into the future.
Mm. Oh my gosh, that's a big question, isn't it?
It's a dissertation, I think.
I mean, table tennis is the only sport in the world that every country is a member of the International Association. And I mean, that's huge. We're a very big sport worldwide, and I just like to see that continue. And I'd like to see here in the USA that we become a bigger powerhouse in the world. And we are. I mean, when I played on the U.S. team in the for 10 or 12 years in the 70s, we weren't very high up in the world rankings, but we have players now that are getting up there. I mean, we've had a few people here and there, Dan C. Miller, for example, but to get to the highest echelon, we haven't really gotten there. But now we're seeing glimpses of it, and I think the reason is we have places like ICC, we have places like Westchester, we have so many full-time clubs that are really devoted to coaching and developing players, and not just that, but bringing new people in, because that's one of my biggest things that with our club here in Portland. I keep telling the guys, yes, we have the sports floor, and yes, we have the great lighting. Yes, we have someone who used to be on the Korean team. We have Sean O'Neill. We have a full-time coach, Ji-Wei Shaw. We have myself and lots of great people and lots of good players and at all the ranges of ability. But the important thing is that we make it a welcoming environment for new people. And, so that's what we're trying to accomplish. Once we open the club again, we're really trying to build on that. So to answer your question, I think we need to focus on both ends. We need to focus on bringing new people in, be welcoming. We also need to focus on how we're going to get our players to be able to compete at the international level and support them. What do they do after they graduate from high school? Where do they go to college? Where do they get a table tennis scholarship? How are they able to, is there any incentive to being a pro? Those things that we need to work on.
Well, you talk about support, and of course, Paddle Palace has been a great supporter of USA Table Tennis. We want to thank you for all that you've done for us over the years. The Nataku ball, I'm told, has been really the official ball of USATT, really since the inception of the U.S. Nationals. I think there might have been a short period where they played with a different ball, but for the most part, the Nataku ball has been an outstanding product that they've used at USA in the elite events for USATT for virtually forever.
For decades. I had the statistics at one point, but certainly since about 1980. We played with the Nataku ball when I was at the World Championships in 1971 in Nagoya, and that was the year we were invited to go to China for ping pong diplomacy. So, since then it's been a very big ball in USA, and we're very, we feel really good about supporting USATT through our Nataku ball sponsorship, and we have some other major brands that we represent, and we're very we work really hard for them, and they work really hard for us, and they do a lot for building USA Table Tennis. All the brands, everyone around the world wants to see USA Table Tennis get stronger because it's good for the whole world.
Well, Judy, obviously we want to make sure that anybody out there that wants a robot, wants a table, wants any equipment whatsoever, that they know where to go to find it. So give us that website address again. What is the website that people should look at and go and do some shopping and find out what they can bring their stuff to the house and get their game up to snuff?
Thanks, Mark. Really appreciate it. It's paddlepalace.com.
Paddlepalace.com doesn't get any easier than that. Judy Hoarfrost, USATT Hall of Famer. I want to thank you very much for being a part of our Pong Positive interview series. Wish you and everybody else in your family the best. Stay safe. I know Portland, I hope the whole city stays safe up there as well. We look forward to action in the not too distant future here.
Yeah, same to you, Mark, and best wishes for everybody out there. Be healthy and be safe.
Thank you again, Judy. You take care.
Thank you. Take care.